Alright, so the last part of this section, the last video, is on dividing. Alright, so here we're going to take the trinomials or whatever polynomial we have, and we're going to divide it by a monomial. Remember, monomial means one term, right? So here we have just one term. So what I want you to do is basically put it into a fraction form like this. Alright, we're going to divide that by this, right? So because your denominator is one term, that means all of these have the same denominator, right? So that means what we can really do is just split them up and make it separate. So like take this together, for instance, and put 6t squared over 2t, right? Plus, and then we're going to take the middle two terms like this, 8t divided by 2t, right? Plus, then we're taking these last term and do 10 divided by 2t. Alright, simple as that. All we got to do is just rewrite it into like three separate terms, right? Here, this is what we've done before with the exponential stuff, right? Dividing. So this we do 6 divided by 3 or 2, that gives us 3. Then we have t and t, the same bases. This is a 1, remember. Since we're dividing, we're going to take these two numbers and we're going to minus it, right? So it's t, 2 minus 1 is just 1. Done with the first one, right? Plus 8 divided by 2 is 4. T divided by t, as in 1 minus 1 is 0, right? So this crosses out, we just have 4. Plus 10 divided by 2 is 5, right? But this t, there's no t up here, so it stays down low and stays on the bottom, and that's our answer, right? 3t plus 4 plus 5 over t. This is our simplified answer, right? And as simple as that. All you got to do is take each term on the top, divide it by the term on the bottom, the monomial on the bottom, and we're going to simplify it easily, just like the exponential stuff that we did before, all right? The next part is dividing using or dividing by binomial, right? So this case, it's a little bit different, but I'm going to show you a way that makes it a lot easier, right? So let's rewrite it in a fraction form, and this should be all h's. I don't know why this is a d. This should be an h. So anyways, 3h squared minus 12h minus 96 divided by h minus 8. All right, so instead of doing what we did before, there's two ways of doing this. One long way is factor out the top, as in, remember, find your butt cheeks. You can factor all that stuff out like that, or I'm going to show you a simple way. This is going to be real easy. You take the h, right, and you take that and divide it by the 3h. So one term, one side is going to be 3h squared divided by h, right? I guess plus, we didn't take negative 8 divided by negative 96. Alright, so let's do negative 96 divided by negative 8. Alright, so two separate things. They're going to give you the same answer, so don't worry. 3h squared divided by h, that's one h is going to cross out, so we have 3h, right? 96 divided by negative 96 divided by negative 8 is going to give you a positive 12, and we're done. That's it. Alright, so all we did was we took this term right here on the bottom, right, the h, divided by the first term on top. We took the negative 8 divided by the last term on top, and we have our answer. Alright, so let's look at the other one. We have 6a squared plus 7a minus 3. Alright, so divided by. So notice that negative 1 plus 3a, negative 1 is first, right? Let's just switch it around. So 3a, just so it's like kind of like lined up next to each other or underneath each other, minus 1, right? So 3a, we know it's a 3a because it's plus 3a, so it's positive. We know it's minus 1 because it's a negative 1, right? So we need to divide this. We can factor the top out, but that's going to take way too long. All you really need to do is take the first two terms like this and divide it. So I'm going to write it on this side. 6a squared divided by 3a. Then we're going to take the bottom number and the last number on top and then divide like that. So plus negative 3 over negative 1, right? This is going to equal this divided by this is 2. A squared divided by A is just A, plus negative 3 divided by negative 1 is just 1. And this is your answer, right? So when they ask you to divide by a binomial, right, meaning two terms, right, there's 1, 2, meaning two terms, just take the front, divide, just take the last, divide, that's your answer, all right? And that's it. So try those example problems, you guys. In class, I'll go over this stuff, but please try it beforehand, all right?